Hey YouTube, plus Pokemon 04 / Miguel 10 here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make custom Pokemon cards by GIMP. It's actually something that was requested on the last video that I had on my plus Pokemon 04 page, where I had a video that explained how to make custom Pokemon cards through Photoshop. So let me see this real quick. Alright, and we'll exit out and we'll start a new project. So what I've learned was that it's easier to just get your materials ready. I'll post a link to the page where you can get your materials. I've already separated them by backgrounds, borders, card symbols, etc. Alright, so here's a few backgrounds. I usually like to work with this one because this is the hollow one. And just drop it. It's kind of like Photoshop. You just open up an image and you start working with it. Alright, next up, you can find these all on the webpage. I'll see if I can make a demonstration of where you can find them. These are all the borders and templates that I've gotten. I usually like to go with the Heart Gold Soul Silver hollow border since it's a little shinier. You just drop that. As you can see, it already has a border on it. Now here's the next thing. Get a picture of your favorite Pokemon, or the Pokemon that you want to make the artwork of. So we'll get Mega Blastoise. We'll just drop them right there. Alright, so as you can see, the picture is a little big for, the screen. So what you want to do is go to this one right here, scale tool, click it. Now click this and it'll show that up. You might want to make the window a little bigger. Now you just pretty much do this and resize the image. How much do you want it to be resized? Let's check this out. Maybe like that. We'll scale. Alright, next up you want to go to the move tool. Try to center it as well as you can. So I believe that should be good enough for now. Alright. Next up, you'll go back over here, and there should be this one, the crop tool. You pretty much just cover the scene, and it crops automatically as soon as you click. Now you're wondering where the borders have went. You go over here. It should be layers. Drag this on top. And there's the border. But what you want to do first is put the Blastoise on the top. Now this is going to be the fun part. You right click and you click duplicate layer. It'll make a copy of it. Now this is for the reason of you're going to erase the background here. Then you're going to put the hollow sheet right in between both of these, so the background can have the artwork that isn't really. Let me just explain real quick. You want to get the eraser tool, which is right here, and you pretty much just want to start erasing this. Now as you see, there's like nothing going on right now, so this is where this comes into play. You put this in between the original and the duplicate. Now you see that this one has you can see the hollow sheet after you delete it. Whoops. But yeah, next up you just start pretty much deleting. Delete as much as you think or feel you kind of have to. And for now, I'll just do this on real quick, and I'll upload the second part right now. And as you can see now, the background can be seen, the hollow sheet. And again, I'm sorry for the pause. It's because the erasing is actually kind of time consuming, and I didn't really want to take that long. Right now what you want to do is click the circular hollow sheet, and this is where you're going to lower the opacity. It should be right above it. I usually like to lower it like to 30 or so. And this is where you can actually start seeing like the background. Gonna lower it, and you can actually see the background of what was original background for the Blastoise. Next up, you put the border on top of them, and there you go, you have a border. Next up, you get the eraser tool, and like EXs, they like to pop out a bit, so right over here you pretty much just do that to have it pop out a bit. You know, if you want to do a little bit more like the water, I know how some artwork has that, and it just makes it look pretty cool sometimes when you feel like the picture's popping out at you. I know one of my favorite cards that really does this is Rayquaza. Rayquaza EX, the non-full art. And let's see, let's try this a little bit right here. But I don't know, that's just me. It's okay if you guys don't like it like that. And just one little touch over here. Alright, cool. Nice. Should we make the leg? Oh well. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, so now you have full art without any lettering. That's nice. So you want to go back to your folder if you organize it. You want to go back to wherever you have your border, or not your borders. I think I have it here. Yeah. You know, this is all going to be available on the webpage. So take that. It's going to be the stage border. You pretty much just put it laid on top. Sorry about that. Next up, you want to resize it. Again, go to scale tool. Let me make this a little bigger. Alright. And pretty much just make it the size that you feel comfortable with. Let's see. I feel like that should be good enough. Something like that. Alright. Get the eraser tool. Since I went a little over, I'm going to erase this just so it doesn't interfere with the art or the border. Alright, so we have the basic set. Let's go. Let's give this Blastoise the deliverability, just to show the capabilities of GIMP and what it can do. So again, you want to resize this. I feel like that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Move tool, so you can move it freely. Let's put the blur right here. Alright, we got that. Next up, we'll go back. This is going to be available on the web page. Going like this. Again, move tool, so you can move it. Lay this down right here, or wherever you want. It doesn't really have to be down there. Be a rebel. Alright, energy symbols. And as you can see, they've even included the dragon one. It was unlike the first video I made where it didn't really have it. You really want to resize this because, let's see, let's try and make it look the right size. Alright, scale, eraser tool, erase any energies that you don't need. In this case, it'll be everything except water. And so far what I've noticed is that the process here is a little easier, but it's at the same time a little bit more difficult since I'm still getting used to it. I do like Photoshop, but GIMP is actually something I'm actually getting used to, which is good. But personally, I feel like this one's a little easier, but it can be difficult. The thing I find a little bit more difficult is the fonts and the text, and we'll take a look at that when we get to it. So as you can see right now, we have the ability, we have the EX mark, we have the stage, and we have the water. Looks nice so far, right? Next up, we'll go back to where we have the card symbols. We'll get the EX one back, drag it back to GIMP. Now we just move it, and we'll put it around like right here. An eraser tool, and erase whatever you don't need, like this. Nice. Now you go over here, and this is where we actually make the text. So we'll put Blastoise. Now as you can see, this is the only thing I hate, the font. So they didn't really the Pokemon font, but I just want to use Times New Roman. Bold it, italics. And as you can see, it's not the right size, so we'll change that right here. There should be like little up and down arrows, just changing the size a bit. Let's see, drag that so we can have room for more text, or just space. There you go. And I usually like to change it just to white. I really don't know why, so there you go. Also, if you're feeling lazy like me, you know, just space a little bit, and then we'll put them at 180 HP. Let's see, backspace a little bit. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about this, guys. It's kind of difficult doing this with one hand and holding the camera with the other. My bad. Let's see. Alright, that's good enough for now. We'll move this just a little bit to the left. Alright, awesome. Take a look at that just for a moment. Alright, so as you can see, right now we're just missing an attack, an ability, or two attacks if you want to. We're missing the weakness, retreat, and resistance. Other than that, everything is looking pretty nice. Well, I feel like it's looking pretty nice. Oh yeah, the energy for the attacks, that's also missing. So how's about we do that first? Also, if you want to add a trainer, you know, I was able to find some of these It'd be cool to have some of the new ones, but you know, these are pretty cool as well. Let's see. Energy symbols. Go to this. Now this one you really want to minimize a lot more than what you minimized the one up here. Just because these are a lot bigger. So I would say something like that. Whoops. Next up, you just move the move tool and you delete anything that isn't water. And again, if you guys have any questions about this, or if you want me to clarify some things, just feel free to ask. I know I'm not the best teacher right now, so I'll try my best to explain. Now, so you won't have to repeat the process. I found out that it's easier to just go to the one itself, just highlight it and right click and duplicate layer. Now if you get the move tool and you get this and you just click and move it a little bit, there should be another water energy. Nice, right? Alright, cool. Actually, we should probably, it's gonna be 2 attacks hopefully. So we'll duplicate again. Right click, duplicate. Move tools or reset. Move this a little bit to the like right about there. So water, water. Alright, cool. Wow, this actually taking a lot longer than the old one. Sorry about that. Alright, cool. So repeat the same process because you're going to want the colorless. Now it's a little tricky to find the right size, so I would say put it a little bit bigger than what the water one was. And I think this is actually a pretty good size, so I'm going to leave it like that. Alright, so eraser tool. It's close enough. Let's move this a little bit to the left. And actually, I think I'm going to do this real quick, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, I'm back, and now these are a little bit more evenly placed. Go back and go to the font, and you want to give him an ability. That's if you want to give him an ability. If not, you can skip over this. We'll give him the deluge. Let's see. Times New Roman. That's just my preference. It's okay if you guys don't want to do Times New Roman. Just get it the right size that you want. I like to bold and then go over here and change the coloring to whatever color you want. I'll change it to white. And there it is, deluge, however you pronounce it. Let me just a little bit smaller. Something like that. Alright, and we'll give him the hydro pump attack as well. So there you go. Hydro pump. Actually, Times New Roman. Sorry about this, guys. Times New Roman. That's gonna be a little tricky to see. Like right there, and we'll just have another attack up here. We'll call this Shell Shock for some reason. So we'll change this to Times New Roman. Do that. Make it a little bigger. Whoops, this wasn't even Times New Roman, my bad. Again, not saying that you guys like have to have it in Times New Roman. It's totally understandable if you guys don't want it like that. Alright. Now again, if you guys want to be lazy, just put that attack damage a little bit over here, so we'll say Shell Shock does like 30 damage, I guess. And Hydro Pump will do a ridiculous 200. Actually, never mind. It'll just do 100. Or is that too much, you guys? We'll do 80 plus. Alright, I'll move this just a little bit right there. And I'm sorry, but it's like really hard to see the font right there, so that's my bad. But feel free to have any kind of font, like coloring that you want. Time to make the retreats. Alright, so obviously you want weakness, resistance, and you want retreat cost. Alright. Now we'll just lower the font on these just a little bit. And again, I'll change the Times New Roman. My bad. I don't know what the thing about me and Times New Roman is. I'm sorry, guys. It's college. Alright, so we'll just space that until it's a little centered. Go to the move. Next up. Yeah, this is the only thing I don't like. Sometimes I'm trying to move the font, but it ends up moving something else. So in the case of that ever happens, just go to edit and undo move layer, and it should be golden. So since it's really small, I gotta hope that I get the R. There it is. Right there. Next up, energy icons. Now these ones have to be even smaller than what the ones for the attack cost were. So weakness is going to be leaf. Whoops. So again, delete anything that isn't leaf. And then move that to the weakness spot. Alright, cool. No resistance. And retreat cost is going to be a whopping 4. colorless. So something about that size. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, it's close enough. So we'll put the colorless right here. Go to eraser tool. Erase, erase, erase. More erasing. Whoops, that was unintentional. Erase, erase. A little bit more erasing. And there's a retreat cost. So again, what my technique was to make this a little faster, we'll put that just a little bit right here. Go to where the layer is, which is right here, and you duplicate the layer. And I should make another copy of it right there. And repeat, duplicate layer. And then once more, and duplicate the layer. And something like that. So as you can see, it's starting to actually come together. This still needs a description, so we'll work on that right now. You go to the font, and deluge. I forgot what the attack was, or the ability was. Deluge does something. Let me look that up real quick. So I'm back, and my wife got me the Deluge Blastoise. It's actually font red, so I could probably fix that, but I probably won't, because I'm a little lazy right now. But the attack does, or the ability does, as often. As you like during your turn before your attack. You may attach a water energy. Actually, let's try this in Times New Roman real quick, just so we don't run out of space. Attach water energy. So we'll double space, just so we can leave enough time or enough space for a water energy symbol. Energy. Card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Dot. Just for the sake of being able to see it, we'll change it to black for now. But yeah, so that's the deluge ability. You want to make it a little smaller because it's clashing with the attack description for the next one. Something like that. And there's like a little space right here where it says something energy. Just pretty much do the same thing. You go to this. scale. You move it, it would put it right there. And then you start deleting like crazy. Alright, now to get a better view, we'll actually maximize the size of the picture. And there you are. Water energy. Just move it a little bit to, just want to center it just a bit more, like right there. And there's the card. Let me set that aside a bit. This is your Deluge Blastoise EX. I'm sorry for any spelling mistakes. Again, I did this with one hand. I could have gone into more detail, but I'm sorry. But this should pretty much be the basics. Again, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask. And thank you. Thank you for watching. And again, we have also a Photoshop one, just in case you don't use GIMP. And I'll be updating that one soon. Thank you, and have a nice day. One little thing that I forgot to mention was after you're done with the image, make sure to save it first. It'll give you the option of how to save it. This is saving as a GIMP file, so I'm going to save that. Yes, just in case I want to make any changes. Other than that, if you want to save it to a file like a picture file, go to export. And of course it's going to have a title. If you don't want a PNG, you know, it has more options down here. Select file type. Let's see, just for the sake of doing this quickly, we're going to go to JPEG. Okay, next up you export, and export in the highest quality that you want. I'll just go with 100. Alright, cool. Next up, it should be wherever you chose to save it. In my case, it is saving somewhere. It's saved somewhere, but I'll find it. This is interesting. Oh, there it is. And this is the final result. So again, thank you and have a nice day.